Struggling with dry, dull, or eczema skin, discovered the products that I've used to help transform my skincare routine and bring my skin back to life. And spoiler alert, it wasn't lotion and gloves to your bed every single night, which yes, I was using. And later on in this video, I will share with you exactly what products I use and how I use it to help my skin. Ever since I can remember, I've always dealt with eczema on the backs of my hands, dry skin everywhere else. I think I had a touch of eczema on my knees also. But vividly as a kid, I can remember going to bed with lotion and gloves every single night because I didn't know any better. And I would slather them on with any old lotion that I could find, anything that said it was gonna be moisturizing or whatever. Not knowing back then that I needed to pay attention to the ingredients in the products. So there were often times in the fall and the winter months, I would put lotion on and it would sting so bad on my hands, I would cry because my hands were so dry and cracked and bleeding and red and itchy and raw. It was so frustrating and embarrassing. And I just didn't know what else to do. So I just basically gave up on my skin forever. I mean, since I was a child up until about 29 years old, this is the hand I have been dealt, pun intended. So there's nothing I can do. It is what it is. That's my mentality for the longest time. Fast forward to I'm 29 years old, working at a bank. So highly visible my hands are, especially in the fall and the winter months. And I'm like, please, for the love, don't look at my skin. No, it's not contagious. It is what it is. But I remember like sitting there rubbing my hands because they would itch and burn so bad and nothing helped. Itching it would only temporarily help. But just, of course, we all know it makes it worse, and then it's nothing more maddening when people tell you, don't itch your skin. Well, if you don't have this skin type, then zip it, because nobody wants to hear it. It is so frustrating. So my husband at the time was going to college getting his bachelor's degree in environmental science. He ended up spurring the idea for the skincare line that I ended up creating because of my skin, which I never would have in a million years have guessed that I would start a skincare line because of my skin. That was the last thing on my mind. So my husband comes home, he went to class that day. They learned about how toxic certain makeup is. Not all of them. There are lots of good, clean skincare makeup brands. I can suggest some in the links below. But that spurred an idea in my mind. And at the time, coconut oil, this 10 years ago, coconut oil was kind of on the scene and people were like, what's so good for you to eat and it's good for your skin, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, I started researching it because I was curious and I was like, I am at my wit's end. I've pretty much given up on my skin at this point, but turns out he was onto something because I went down the ultimate rabbit trail of rabbit trails, which I'm still on to this day because I love to learn. But anyways, researching, trial and error, started experimenting. And side note, not a lot of people know this, I never used a sugar scrub before this in my life. I just didn't. I didn't know what they were. I didn't get why you would use it. All I knew was that my hands stung horribly when I would put lotion on, and I couldn't figure out why. So research, trial and error, started making a sugar scrub at the time. I started using it on my skin and I was like, holy crap, my skin is so soft and so smooth. How is this even possible? And this is like almost Christmas time, so lots of family was around and I was like, gosh, feel how soft my skin is. Literally, not like a crepe, but a little bit. I started using that same scrub and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it on my hands because I am at my wit's end. I had tried straight coconut oil on my skin, which for me, it didn't work. If it works for you, great, keep using it. Let me know down below if it works straight, if it works for you. You can put it on your skin straight and your skin loves it and it absorbs it and everybody's happy. But for me, it wasn't the case. I needed something more. So the sugar scrub, how I figured out how it works and how it helps the skin type specifically is we all have a layer of dull, dry skin cells. Oftentimes it's dull looking, especially like on our face, and we're like, why isn't this uber expensive hundreds of dollars cream not helping my skin any? Well, this is probably why, because we all have that layer of dull, dry skin cells head to toe. So unless we're removing that layer of dull, dry skin cells, our moisturizers most likely can't get past that. It can't absorb. That's why it's sitting topical. That's why it feels like it washes off constantly. I want to take the opportunity to show you my face wash routine. First, you get face wet with lukewarm water. You scoop up a little bit of the moisturizing sugar scrub and massage it all over the face, nice and gentle. It helps to remove the dull, dry skin cells. And my cat, Fedor, has to make an appearance to say hello to him. Yes, you can use it on the face and the eyes. It takes waterproof mascara off. Yes, I have red skin. It's rosacea. It's a separate issue. I'm working on it. I'll keep you posted if I find a solution that helps. And then rinse it off with lukewarm water. So this eliminates both of those. So with sugar, it was very gentle because I had dry, cracked skin at the time. If I had used anything like a salt scrub or any kind of like a chemical peel, exfoliator or something like that, it would have burned, it would have stung, it would have been awful. So I started using that on my hands every single day. It did take some time for my skin to make a big turnaround. It was middle of like November and my skin was in full eczema flare out mode. But I was just gently being patient and diligent. I was like, let's just try this and see and give it some time. And sure enough, about 30 days into it, my coworkers started to take notice of my skin and said, hey, your skin looks better. What are you doing? And I said, well, thank you for the compliment. Here, let me bring you something of that I've been making at home and see if you like it too. See if it helps you, which I started bringing to work. Everybody loved it. They kept using it and running out and saying, I want more. And then that kind of spurred me of like thinking, ooh, maybe I can get out of my day job that I hated at the time, but also to help other people because they were saying how soft their skin felt, how smooth it was, how glowing it was. And they loved that they could use it to wash their face, take their makeup off. They could use it to shave with, all things that I was experimenting with because I hate buying 15 different products to use. So one purpose, why not just make one product that will help with a multitude of different needs and wants for the skin. So that's where these came in. And by the way, if you wouldn't mind hitting like and subscribe down below, that would help these videos get seen more by women with the same skin type as me and as you, so they don't give up. I see in my analytics there's a lot, like thousands and thousands of you watching, which thank you, but make sure to like and subscribe so that we can get this out to more people to help more people, because we all know sharing is caring. So a few months into it, I've got the sugar scrub. It's working. It's amazing. It's changing my life. I needed a cream in addition to the exfoliator. A lot of people can get away with just using the exfoliator by itself. Amazing. Good on you, but I needed something extra, so that's where the face and body creams came in. Actually, I have a full story explaining how I created it in this video. I'll link to it up above so you can check it out. But basically, my grandmother had eczema on her hands. She was 91. She couldn't use the exfoliator, so the creams came into play for her. I actually used the exfoliator and the cream to help my skin, just to help my skin barrier stay moisturized and nourished and healthy, especially in the fall and the winter months. Pat drying is so crucial for keeping moisture on your skin so you don't accidentally over dry it anytime you wash your face, hands, or bathing. And then apply a pea-sized amount of the face and body cream. A little bit goes a long ways because it is so concentrated. There's no water in it, and oil is the best solution for trapping moisture into your skin. And say hello to Fedor. I invite you to my free skincare quiz where it will ask you a few simple questions about your skincare routine, current skincare products that you're using, what you're looking for from your skincare products, and then it'll point you to specific products that you should start incorporating into your skincare routine to help you transform your skin also. Next, you should check out this video with lifestyle tips and next food tips on how that affects the skin, especially in the fall and the winter months. I see you next week, and God bless.